right back into things here. It's going to be yellowflash and Ayaojee on the same picks that we know and love them for. Itami and Hebi too. So we're seeing classic picks from everyone here. Let's see what happens. We're seeing already a bit of a combo.
Oh, they caught them stacked.
Oh, what a combo! That's so good, dude. That's so clean. They didn't take any damage. Nah. I actually got chills. I got chills from that combo.
Chills, that's right. Well, they look like a couple of pancakes. They got stacked, and now Itami and Hebi, they are all over them. The aggression, but the end light interruption, that was so nice. That was so clean. Yellow flash, side light neutralize. Sari tries to go for the downer. D-Sig as well. Oh my gosh! Yellow flash and Ayaojee, they are not counted out of the game quite yet. The recovery is going to come through. Hebi is going to probably go down. The weapon throw, ground pound, the double. Okay, I love that. Ayaojee and Yellow Flash, they just brushed that off. They brushed that off and they're still fighting.
Okay, able to get a little bit of a combo started on Yellow Flash. Not able to get the knockout just yet though. The down signature sliding off is going to be enough. Now Ayaojee, only player here on their second stock in the red team. They are going to get swiftly knocked out by Itami though. Ayaojee and Yellow Flash, they were looking solid. It was looking like they were going to be able to get a comeback, but Itami and Hebi, just as quickly as they took that first stock, they balanced things out here once again, maintaining their full stock lead.
Oh, the downer is going to be coming through. Ayaojee, I mean, you got to say, the red team, they're still trying their best, but how do they keep getting caught stacked this often? It is a bit of a concern. Love the D-Light as a jump call out. Okay, Yellow Flash looking for a jump call out of his own here. Side Sig going to be coming through. Ayaojee, no interruption, no punish. Side Sig, is that going to be enough to take out the stock? Yes, it is. I think this game one is done. Blue team, Itami and Hebi, they ran all over them. They caught them stacked. They caught them stacked, and their combo was incredible. Yellow Flash and Ayaojee, they did the best that they could to come back from that, but I don't think there's any coming back like that.
That is so incredibly quick. That is insane. And what a first stock. What a team combo we were able to see there, Dara. Dara, I'm gonna call you out right now. I'm gonna call you out right now on the live stream. You haven't casted ME that many times, and so before we went live, you didn't even really know what to expect. You were like, I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy watching these games here. I don't really know how to feel about this. I told you that the games are insane. I told you that the players are insane. How do you feel right now?
You're right. A little bit silly. That's right. Most of my experience on Fridays has just been like mostly for like Southeast Asia, so I don't normally get to see Middle East. Okay, I wasn't trying to be mean. I'm sorry. I don't get to see. I don't know these things. Yellow Flash.
You don't know
now
they're
gonna
the
be on the
goats.
test cook here. I don't know, but now I know. Now, okay, my eyes have been opened. I'm watching the game. I've been called out on broadcast. Everybody please don't hate me. But now we're going into game two. Let's see if the switches are going to do anything for the red team here. But the blue team, again, their combos were...
Okay, already with another combo. Dude, Itami and Hebi, they need to be stopped. Oh, that's what just happened on the what is happening? What is even happening on the offstage anymore? I cannot follow these players. Okay, that's yet another knockout already. Basically even out. Hebi, only player on their third stock here, able to get a little bit of a combo started here too. Okay. GC sideline comes out. Ayaojee able to get the neutral light. Hebi now. Trying to look for that Seer. Very even out here. The key player right here is Hebi. He's the one player with the 3 stocks. 112 damage here. He's going to be able to be a little bit more aggressive too, right? On that cannon. He has that extra stock that he can basically afford to lose, right? You also have Hebi doesn't want to tank too hard because then he knows he's going to be stuck in a 1v2. So I feel like going a little bit more aggressive here is definitely a way to ensure that you're going to be on an even pace with your teammates. But Ayaojee doesn't want any of that. He's going to be able to get a quick knockout here. And he's able to get a quick knockout, even things out. Itami quite damaged. Ayaojee and Yellow Flash. They're going to be able to find that second knockout. Goes down for the dare. That's going to get it. Hebi getting some revenge hits, but it doesn't get a lot. Just one to neutralize. Yellow Flash able to get that Seer in on the battle boots. Itami trying to look for some anti-airs. D-Sig, G-Seed is going to find that, but it's not going to be a knockout just yet. They're looking so solid in the neutral. Nice nair coming out from Ayaojee. He got them both with that sideline, but he messes up the combo. Going for the neutral light instead. That's what happens if you aren't able to get your jump out. Now,
Okay.
Itami very damaged, down in orange here.
That's right. Ayaojee, oh my gosh, he's gonna get interrupted. He goes out there through the side. Sig, the Sally is gonna be able to come through. Itami is now gonna be out of the game. This is a very doable 2v1 for the red team.
Oh, nice there.
Oh, no.
Oh, I
What's
really
happening?
love the idea by Hebi there. Oh, but the second attack is going to be enough. Hebi going down to the final stock. If he was able to find that GCD light, that could basically, that could be done the deal for the red team.
It would have been everything. Yeah, that would have been absolutely everything. It would have been over. But now,
So
okay, the friendly fire, that's not what you want to see here. Hebi was able to take advantage of it. yellowflash is sweating, but then so is Hebi. The neutral follow-up, it wasn't actually successful. They need to get a nice clean combo, but Hebi is playing as evasively as possible.
Okay, Hebi on this cannon. Let's see if he's able to make it back to the stage. The ground pound is going to hit, and he didn't get the touch.
Yeah, not going to be able to touch, indeed. Ayaojee and yellowflash, they're going to be able to take that game too. I ended up missing a chunk of it because I unfortunately disconnected. So, Polly, what were some of your thoughts about that game too?
Honestly, they were just able to clean it up really, really well. We're able to see it here on the here on the replays. One key thing that happened was Hebi always, I mean, not only in the end here, he got stuck in this 1v2 because he was doing such a better job at staying alive compared to Itami. Itami could definitely be a little bit more careful, trying to stick to those stocks a little bit more. Another thing that I have to bring up is I'm very, very impressed by yellowflash and Ayaojee. I mean, we were hyping up their hammer gameplay for so long. There's not a hammer on the screen. There's not a single hammer on the screen right now. This is completely different game plan, completely different gameplay, and they are still looking just as strong as before. I mean, I don't like it as much because I'm a massive hammer enjoyer, but like they're really making it work. They're showing that they're definitely not one-trick ponies.
Oh my gosh, but everybody's getting caught in the mix. All the hits are being exchanged. Itami somehow already has 122 damage, and it is climbing in the orange. Hebi is off stage. Itami is off stage. yellowflash goes out there. Ayaojee not going to be able to get the pivot and light that he needed. A target swap. Itami, that neutral could have been everything. Hebi commits to the ground pound. He is still somehow able to make it back on, but then the side sig comes through. Oh, Hebi was spaced a little too close to the stage. The signature wasn't able to spike successfully. The red team has a lead. He was able to get it that time around. Ayaojee, I don't think he makes it back on.
That's going to be them knocked out now. Hebi trying to find that neutral signature. The nair is going to hit, and instead they're able to catch that landing off of yellowflash. They aren't. The recovery is going to hit them instead. Let's see if they're able to find these knockouts here. I feel like the next player to find a knockout here is going to be a very, very important lead here.
Nicely done,
so
Itami with the peak support. That was Itami coming in there, looking at his teammate and saying, wait a second, I gotta help him out instead of focusing on my 1v1. And it paid off. The ground pound comes through. Ayaojee is not gonna be able to make it back on. And just like that, that is 2 more stocks gone. Ayaojee on his last, yellowflash on his second. Itami and Hebi, they have a good lead.
What an incredible turnaround. Ayaojee with a ground pound though, able to even things out just a little bit. Now here it's going to be Ayaojee, only player down to the final stock, is going to have to play quite carefully. Wanted to catch both of the players in a team combo there. Unfortunately, only catching one of them. Now let's see.
And he is playing quite carefully, but Hebi in a nasty position off stage. The ground pound didn't spike because he got hit by the side of it, so he just ended up getting popped upwards. Hebi with the sidelight, Zero downer. GC sidelight, is that going to be enough to KO? Yes, it is. Ayaojee, all of a sudden, he was so healthy. That started in the white, that started in the beige. His stock was gone. It melted, Polly.
That's going to be one knockout though. Neutral signature comes out. yellowflash is not going to give this one up easily. Neutral signature is going to miss though. Itami and Hebi, I'm going to say it right now, they're having some problems on their team combos. I'm seeing some conversions that should be quite easy for them to get. I mean, that Wushang neutral signature is difficult to get, but we're seeing it one prior. Itami able to get that nair in. 1 stocks for all of the players now, completely fresh. It's going to be so difficult for yellowflash, but it is definitely doable. We're seeing him punished. Oh, throwing out the emotes too. Oh, we're seeing a little bit of a lag actually.
Yeah, let's
Are
see
we?
what's gonna happen
No?
here. But
I'm so confused.
They're fighting.
They thought
He might have just
he
been
was
BMing.
lagging. They thought he was lagging. I'm pretty sure they actually thought he was lagging. Another team
my friend,
coming.
he was
This is
just
karma.
emoting.
This is karma. Wow. What is going on, Dora? I'm so confused.
Yeah.
I can only imagine
You know,
they thought he was
wait.
lagging and they were trying to respect, and then they comboed.
Polly, that team combo was kind of ridiculous. You know, it comboed into the signature at the end. The cannonball explosion at the end actually connected.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was like one of like the last active frames of it. That was.
Let's see.
That was crazy.
Dude, yeah. What? Like we're seeing some disrespect there. I'm pretty sure he didn't want them to think that he was lagging. I don't actually think that was his master plan. I think they were just doing like the
He was just
arcade
emoting
talks.
to disrespect. Yeah, he was just having fun. Yeah.
We were seeing it. We were seeing the arcade emote. He wanted to emote back, and then they thought he was lagging. He started hitting them, and then they just instantly
Melted.
comboed him. Yeah.
That game could have been super different. There was that offstage interaction between yellowflash and Itami. And yellowflash, he like ended up, I think he was like committing to like a weapon throw or something. And then he was like kind of left weaponless against gauntlets. That could have been a really pivotal moment. You know how tricky boots can be offstage, especially with downer, especially with ground pound. You know how scary cider can be in its reversal potential. But then left weaponless against gauntlets, that's going to be Itami, of course, in a favorable position. So we're now going to be moving on. That is Hebi and Itami with a 2-1 lead in the game count. The combos are looking really good. Yellowflash and Ayaojee, what happened for them last game? Because it felt like it was doable. It was that one cannon combo, Polly. That one cannon combo erased Ayaojee from existence, absolutely obliterated him, which is so unfortunate because the red team was on the verge of an amazing comeback, and I need them to make the comeback because my channel points are on the line. But no bias, Itami and Hebi, they're playing phenomenal at the moment.
Yeah, I gotta mention, I talked trash about Itami and Hebi's team combos, and then they hit something like that. I definitely take everything back. They still got it, guys. They definitely still got it. I gotta say, one key thing about Hebi and Itami that I'm noticing is that they get like 80% of their damage 20% of the time. Like, they are playing in the game in such like concentrated bursts of like really, really good gameplay. If Ayaojee and yellowflash, they are able to play stronger in the between those bursts, they're still definitely very doable for them.
Oh, but yellowflash, the GCN light, it was still going to be able to catch Hebi. They made it back on, and that's the ground pound. That was such a good idea. We're seeing a gauntlet battle off stage, and Ayaojee is going to be the one winning because Itami gets sent all the way back down, and yellowflash says, hey, I got gauntlets of my own. The downer was not going to be able to connect with the side of the stage. That's also going to be Hebi going down here. Oh my god.
Can we please talk about interrupting our ground pound with a cannon in air while in the magnifying glass? What is that? While in the magnifying glass, you have no idea of how far away they are, except he does. That's a double knockout. We're completely even out. Why are these guys so even?
Because they're clean and they're consistent, they're tight, and yellowflash held onto the dodge. He was able to spot dodge, and he makes it back on. Yes, he does. Hebi covered to the left. Yellowflash went up and around. He's not going to get cannon comboed this time around.
All right, let's see. Oh, able to hit that recovery. Tries to go for the second one. Itami able to work his way around, though. Able to hit that neutral light punish.
Wow.
Hebi trying to go for something on this cannon. Goes for the ground pound. That's going to be the flash. No options. He has time to go down for the save, though. That was so close. Hebi wanted to go for the retaliation. They're still both sent off stage. Ayaojee able to take the stage back with that Sair, though.
That save was everything. The end light is not going to be enough to KO, but Hebi's in a really good position, but he just decides to play it safe. Yellowflash makes it back on, and oh my god, he is still somehow in the game. He gets a neutral onto Itami. Hebi's going out there. He's trying to save his teammate. The recovery was not enough to be able to KO off the top. The end light, Hebi ends up missing his GCD light. How is Yellowflash still alive?
Yellowflash is doing such a good job at staying alive here. 190 damage taken. Neutral light comes out. That's him down to 205 damage now, but it's still so even. It's only Itami trailing behind a little bit here. Orange on his last stock, but Ayaojee is getting damage too. It's completely even, Dora.
Ayaojee has to play so safe here, and so does Itami. That is now yellowflash knocked down to his last stock. Ayaojee, he needs to go back on, but he wants to go for the reversal off stage, and that is now going to be Hebi knocked down to his last stock as well. The 2v1, are they going to be able to get it? Are they going to be able to set it up? And they cannot. This is totally even, but Ayaojee has to be careful.
The dare comes out. Oh, for the full-on commitment, but the weapon throw is going to interrupt.
His own
Enough
teammate,
options to get back.
Itami. yellowflash is able to get the side out. Itami, though, he's going to clean up Ayaojee off the top. This is doable for yellowflash, but he's looking at Itami. He's looking at Itami, and he's able to get the KO off the top. And we begin another combo. The GC sidelight wasn't effective. The ground pound comes out. yellowflash, he was a little bit too healthy. Not going to be scary enough.
yellowflash in the 1v1 here for game 5. It's going to be their tournament stock, but Hebi is popping off on this sword. We're seeing the neutralites, we're seeing the nairs, we're seeing the recoveries onto the cannon now. The nair is going to be enough to get the knockout, and that is going to be 3-1 for what is going to be, I'm going to say it right now, this is the craziest set that we've had thus far. For the replays, I really need to see this interrupt. Please tell me we get to see the interrupt.
Please.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
I'm
cannon
hoping.
there, that's so clean, dude, that's so crazy.
So there was an offstage situation that was not necessarily great for yellowflash and Ayaojee. Well, I believe it was Ayaojee's own weapon toss.